And now we're talking about bodies.
Hello, bodies. Oh, that was loud. Hello.
Hello, beautiful bodies.
It's stuff like that.
So we have two new guests on stage, David Cubis and Gaia.
It's for the cultural
Compagnon.
balance.
Hello.
I was joking that it's for the cultural balance. Like you have a French, Austrian, and Swedish. So, just like.
And bodies from
And bodies.
3 different places. Yeah. So what if we just take a moment and land in our bodies?
Cool.
So everybody just maybe close your eyes for a moment. Feel your feet on the floor and maybe put your hand somewhere on your body. Wherever, feel your butt on the seat and just take a deep breath in. And allow yourself to just say hello to your body. And expand out. Expand out to the corners of the room. And still be with your body. Just feel your hand on your body, your feet on the floor, and expand even further. Just expand beyond the house you're in. And beyond the city. And even further, just expand beyond the forests and the lakes, the mountains. Expand down into the earth. Just follow the roots of the trees. Further down and expand out into the sky. Where the birds fly. And even further. Allow yourself to expand beyond the atmosphere. Beyond the stars and the moon. Out into the universe and the galaxies. And take a moment and just notice your body. Notice your body inside of you. Notice how the whole planet is inside of you. What if you said hello to your body from all the way out there? You can embrace your body from out there. All of you embracing your body inside of you. And then just open your eyes and see if your space is different. So for me, one of the most amazing things that changed with my body since I started with Access is that my body is an energetic sensory organism. And that my being is way bigger than my body. And that this is one of the fastest ways for me to find me through my body. And now we have this different space.
If you listen from that space, you actually get to communicate with your body. We have those amazing body classes and advanced body classes where actually one of the best moments where everyone in silence, and it's like one of the greatest communication we get to start having with our bodies. That's why now we're like, do we want to talk? I want to whisper.
And it's amazing with bodies. One of the things that we were talking about before with questions, so often we think, we learn that we should ask our body questions and we start asking our body questions, but in most of our questions, there's a conclusion already from the beginning. So we'll ask, hey body, what would you like for lunch? Instead of starting with, hey body, what do you require? Maybe your body isn't hungry at all. So how many times with our bodies do we actually start with a conclusion? Or, hey body, what would it take for you to lose some weight? Which is a conclusion, hey body, what would you like to look like? How would you like to feel like? So even in that, you're you're learning from starting by actually becoming present with your body, and then, what can I ask my body now that I've never even considered asking before? And what conclusion have I functioned from that I may not even need to start this question with?
That was the most surprising information I got from this book. Our body has our own consciousness. We are not our body, and our body is not us. The invitation to co-create your life with your body, to have your body as your best friend, to acknowledge that together it's more fun. And if you don't judge each other, then you can have a real, great, amazing life. Our bodies are miracles. The way it all works, it's actually a miracle. Why are we judging it all the time? Why would we not acknowledge the miracle and invite our bodies to an adventure every day? Like we go out with our best friends. That way of looking at our bodies allowed me to change how I be with my body and to invite it every day to a new adventure, which turned out to be my life now. Having a best friend and co-creating life with your body in a space of no judgment. I'm not there yet, but I'm not done yet either. So inviting your body to that space and acknowledging your body has its own consciousness. What you like is what you like. Does the body require what you like? That communication with your body, finding out how to communicate and allowing yourself to start listening to your body. It's not a one-off choice. From now on, you have to have it. That's like training a muscle. I started that when I first read that book. And since I started it, the communication I have with my body, the communion I have with it, is way greater. And there is a more to come, let me word it that way, but not based on judgment, based on curiosity.
And one of the coolest part is, so the body is really, like making your body your best friend is a very pragmatic choice, because your body is the only thing you'll have with you your whole life. Like you have the body when you're born, it's gonna be with you all through your life, it's gonna be there until the day you die. So making your body your best friend is this like really pragmatic choice. And everything is energy, so our bodies are also energy. And one of the things that I've been so fascinated by is like, if you look at this, and I think it's also in the book, where even if you look at something, like if you just watch something, a molecule, an atom, it will change because of the point of view or the judgment you have about it. And with our bodies, we literally create our bodies every day, all the time. And we create them based on our points of views, our judgments, our thoughts, our feelings. And that also means that we can actually co-create with our bodies in a whole different way if we start functioning from the questions, from choice, and from like starting to play with our bodies and making them our best friends. So I'm not really sure when I really started to play, but it increases all the time. And I know you have that too. Like how do you keep exploring playing with your body?
By sometimes not listening as well.
Yeah.
that does too. There's this amazing tool that we've been talking a lot, who does this belong to? And I don't know if that would apply to anybody, But when Dane told me once, when I had like a back thing a long time ago, he was like, you need to ask for who does it belong to for 3 days. So I started, and then an hour later, I forgot. So then I started my 3 days from that moment again, like, because I had to make that 3 days perfect. So I had to, like, if I did not remember, then I would need to start my 3 days. I was like, those 3 days are gonna be very long. But then I actually was talking with a friend, and she was like, oh, but you know, you don't have to do it like that. Actually, Diva, that I was speaking with, and it was like, it's part of the journey. Like, it's part of it that if you, like, you forgot to ask who does this belong to, well, now at least you've noticed it, you acknowledge that you didn't listen, but this is part of, like, the muscle David was talking about. So I think it's this really, like, it's every second choice, and you learn and get more aware each time you use that tool, and each time you use the tool, and also not going to the judgment. And recently also, like, we talk a lot also that, I mean, not talk, like, we live, we know that a lot of our point of views create our body and stuff that happens with the body. And recently it was very loud in my world, and I was like, wow, but I've been asking to see those point of view that maybe I could not see, and then it started to also show up, and I was actually grateful for that to show up, because now I was like, oh, now that I see that with my body, I can actually change it. Before I didn't see it, so I could not change it. So it's kind of, I'm looking at this fun journey of, like, you know, like that.
Yeah, well, that's the invitation you can be. Try that out. Have one day with your body where you don't go, what is the problem? There are many ways your body tries to communicate with you. If you have pain, how many of you go into, okay, what's wrong? I need to take a pill, I need to see a doctor, what's wrong here? Pain is one way the body communicates with you. What if that was an information for you to change something that your body doesn't really enjoy?
Because otherwise you don't listen. If it's not painful, you're like, I'm not listening. But now that it's painful enough, you actually want to look at it.
We are so trained that our body has to work like a machine that has to function, and if it's not the way we work, we want to fix it. I learned something different through this book. I learned to listen to the body, to communicate with it, and not to go into the what's wrong here. I started being in question, okay, body, what do I need to be aware of? What do you want to tell me? What needs to change? What can I do and be different? And it was amazing, because many things that I thought are the right way to be with your body turned out that my body doesn't enjoy it, like excessive exercising, muscle pain. What I was trained in, if you want to have a beautiful body, which already has a judgment, no pain, no gain. What does that mean? Why would you not have the body that you desire to have, and the body, its own shape that it desires to have, without pain? And since I started listening to my body, I stopped this excessive exercising, but my body has no pain anymore, which I'm personally very grateful for.
One of the greatest parts for the body too is that it can actually bypass you. So once you start playing with this, like once you start exploring questions and really using the tools to create a closer communication with your body, it will start showing you things in the way that the body does, because the body doesn't really speak in words. It doesn't speak in full sentences. It doesn't send you little notes and tell you, like, you should be doing this. And one of the examples in the book is this, where Dane is ordering I think he's ordering a salad, and he has decided that he really likes ranch dressing. And he keeps looking at the dressings, and the dressing that pings is honey mustard, which is American dressing. But he still orders ranch because that's what he thinks that he likes. And the waiter comes back with a salad with honey mustard dressing on. And it's such a great example, because the body basically can override us. The body, it happens all the time once you start to interact with your body more closely, it can bypass all these decisions and judgments and conclusions that we have about what we like and don't like, and actually start communicating with you with what shows up, with what actually gets brought to you. So when you start these channels of communications, you will get the communication you have with your body in the most mysterious, magical ways. It won't happen the way you think it will. It will actually start occurring in ways you couldn't even imagine. So what would it be like if we really look at it, what would it be like if we had a closer communication with our bodies? What would it be? What would the earth be like if people here had a communion with their bodies? A lot of times you can see people walk by and you can see when they're walking, but their body is just transporting their body. And for the longest time, I feel like my body was just there to transport my brain from place to place. My brain was, quite valuable. My mind was valuable, but my body, it was really just there for that single purpose of transporting me from one place to another, instead of enjoying what it is like to experience life on Earth with this amazing sensory organism we've been given. So what would change here on Earth? What would change in people's relationships to each other if we started to at least begin that communication with our bodies and start listening in a different way?
And what if today was the first day you stopped judging your body? And what if tomorrow was the first day you started being grateful for your body? If you're waiting for the perfect moment to start until you find the right diet
I'll
and
be
the right
happy when I
setup.
eat 10 kilos less. That's good.
I know, that's a big topic, that diet. What if you didn't judge your body? What if you invited your body to an adventure called changing your size? Take it from there. Take the judgment away, and you'll have more ease with your body, because judgment is what kills creation, and judgment is what basically kills everything. So give it a try. There is another day tomorrow, and it's your choice how you start it. Judging your body or going, okay, let's go on an adventure. Thank you so much for being this miraculous body you are. And then see how that day goes.
And one of the greatest exercises you can do is, it's Gary Douglas, the founder of Access. He suggests this. Look at people around you and see if there are any body right now that you would like to have instead of your own. Just if you're in the room, just swirl around, see, is there anybody you would like to swap with? And if you're at home, you can do the same thing. Is there anybody around you or somebody that you know that you would like to swap body with? Very few of us would actually like to swap our body out. You are actually creating your body. You have created this body exactly as it is right now, from all kinds of choices or decisions or judgments, but also from what you've asked for continuously. And if you don't want another body, if you don't want to swap with somebody else, what would you like to create your body as? Even with the diet, what if you start to ask your body, what would you like to look like? Who would you like to, what kind of parts would you like to pull from other people? What do you like about this body and this body and this body? And okay, so you like that. Well, how could we create that? Actually start going away from there's something wrong with my body to, okay, this is what we've created right now. Now, what's possible? And another thing is we often think we can't change if nothing is wrong. What if that's not at all the starting point for the body? What if you didn't have to change because you think there's something wrong with your body? What if you could start looking at how can we have even more fun? How can we be stronger, more flexible, more, vital, crazy?
More alive.
More alive. All of that. What if that is the starting point? Body, you are amazing. Now, what can we create? What can we be? What can we change?
I love that. It's the same for possibilities. Sometimes we're like, oh, I need a problem, so then I can go beyond that problem, and then I have possibilities. It's the same thing as creating wrongness with your body. What if we choose something different now, that we don't have to create problems and wrongness to explore more possibilities? And always starting from where we are, from a question, this is how I am right now, what else is possible now?
And starting from being an invitation to the change you desire rather than judging it out or into existence. This reality, and there are all these industries around the body, fashion, diets, the food industry, the fitness industry, it's all based on judgment. You are wrong, and this is the method to get there. This is kind of torturing your body into a certain look. I wouldn't enjoy, I really wouldn't enjoy if my body did that with my being. So why is our being doing that with our body? Why is never a good question, but what if today was the day to flip that around and go, you know what? Let's stop judging it. Let's stop judging him or her, whatever you call your body, and be that invitation and co-create your life and allow your body to contribute to you. What if every pain you had was an information what needs to be changed to have more ease on the long run? If you look at your body and pain or whatever shows up in your body from that perspective, you will discover the miracle your body truly is. And then you can actually use it to your advantage in everyday life.
I think that's a good place to end.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.